comfortable seated position is for you. We'll get into that. And then sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. Close the eyes. And then we'll just take a few breaths here to settle in for a day, Monday morning. So we're taking deep breaths in through the nose. And then exhale either out of the nose or the mouth. Let it go. Again, big inhale. And exhale. Good. 2 more. Big inhale. Feel the air coming into the lungs all the way up to the shoulders. And then exhale, fully let it go. And then one more time. Big inhale. Hold at the top. And then exhale. And release. So I like to start my practice with just a moment of gratitude. So just take a moment to think of something to be really grateful for today. So it can be something big, something small, something maybe medium. Or multiple things, maybe a bunch of things come to mind, that's great, even better. And then we're going to be using our Ujjayi breath today. So all that means is as you're breathing, you'll inhale regularly. And then as you exhale, you're going to constrict the back of your throat to exhale out. So it's almost like if you were trying to fog up a mirror, but instead of having your mouth open, the mouth is closed, so you just constrict the back of the throat. And it's an audible breathing, and it almost sounds like an ocean breath, or like the noise it makes when you have a shell in your ear, if that makes any sense. So you'll always come back to that breathing as we go through our practice. Helps create heat in the body. And then also, I find it helps that when you have an audible breath, you can kind of always make sure you're breathing, come back to your breathing, like I mentioned, especially maybe some of the trickier postures. So we'll get started. So we'll actually start seated. So you can keep your bolster or pillow underneath you. I'm going to get rid of mine just because it's a little bit too high. But just leave it nearby. So we'll still stay seated in a comfortable position. So both sit bones grounded on the ground. And then we'll sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. And then take your left hand down by your side. Push the right hip into the floor. So you're not leaning the hips up, push it down into the floor. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then exhale, come over to the left. So lean, side body stretch. Inhale to come back up through center. Exhale, other side. So right hand comes down. Push the left hip down and then exhale, reach. Good. And then moving with the breath here. So inhale up, exhale to lean. Other way. And over. Good. Again on the side, inhale, reach. And then we're going to come forward. So then forward, over, and up. And then other side. So reach forward. And then, like I said before, just keeping the hips grounded on the floor the whole time. So even when you come forward, make sure you're not leaning the hips up, swinging forward. Just reach with the arms. And then back over last time. And up. And then bringing it back up to seated. We'll just do a quick seated spinal twist. So you're going to bring your left hand behind you. I'll actually show you this from the side. So you're going to bring the left hand behind you up on tented fingers. And then push the pelvis forward, so roll the pelvis forward towards the heels. And then scoop up the belly, so lift up, chest lifts. And then inhale, reach the right arm up, get really tall. And then exhale, cross the body, catch the left knee with the right hand. And then exhale and start to gently use the arm as leverage to pull. And then gaze comes over the back shoulder. but still keep on your inhale, lift the pelvis forward, exhale, twisting from the thoracic spine. And last one. Good. And then inhaling, coming back to center, and other side. So this time right hand comes behind you, 10 2 fingers. Tilt the pelvis forward, chest lifts. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then exhale, cross the body, catching the right knee. And then exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more. Good. And then inhale, coming back through center. And then, let me just put my hair back quickly. We're going to come into all fours. So, bring it around, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And then tuck the toes. We're going to move through a few cat-cow. So still just warming up the spine here. Especially if we're just starting the day, it's good to warm up the spine and the joints. So tucking the toes. Inhale, start to roll the pelvis forward, belly drops, and then push into the hands to lift the head up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, starting from the pelvis, round, bringing the spine up towards the ceiling. Head drops between the arms, gaze comes between the legs. And then inhale to come up, so moving with the breath here. Exhale and round, draw the belly button in. 2 more rounds, so inhale, reach, stretch, push the floor away. Exhale, 2 round. Good. Last time, inhale, reaching up. And exhale, round, hold here. 3, 2, 1. Inhale to come back to neutral. Make sure the toes are still tucked. And then curl just the tailbone towards the floor. So lower back comes up towards the ceiling. Slight bend of the elbows. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the knees to a hover. So knees hover off the floor. Neck is long, so looking down on your mat. And breathe. So draw the belly in. 3 breaths. Good. 2. Last one in. And then gently placing the knees back down to the floor. Bring the right hand behind the head. Elbows bent. And then inhale, open up. So twisting open. Exhale, elbow to the thumb. Inhale, open. Exhale and lower down. One more time, inhale, reach, and then extend the arm, look up, gaze to the thumb. Exhale, and we swing the arm all the way through, threading the needle. Bring the shoulder and side of the head down onto the floor. Bottom arm, palm faces up. And then you can use the left arm to help twist open. Stay here, or if you want a little bit more, you're going to inhale, reaching the left arm up. Maybe leave it here, or externally rotate so palm faces away, and then reach the arm back and it catches the right hip crease. All right, so options here, but only if that feels okay in the shoulder. If there's any pain, then just back off. And 2 breaths. And 1. And then reach the top arm up, bringing it down to the floor, and then push into the hand to bring yourself back into all fours, and we'll switch sides. So this time, left hand comes behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbow to the wrist. Good. Inhale, reach. And exhale it down. Last time, inhale, reach, extend the arm, looking up to the thumb. And then on your exhale, threading the needle, bringing the left arm all the way through, left shoulder inside of the head. Come down to the floor. And then using your right hand, you can push into the floor to twist open. If you want to take this a little bit farther, right hand reaches up. Maybe that's enough. or externally rotate from the shoulder so palm faces away, and then reach the arm back behind you, catching the left hip crease. And breathe. 2 more. Alright, and then if the right arm is up, bring it back down to the floor, push into the hands to reach both hands down onto the floor, and then we're going to walk the hands about 1 hand's length forward, curl the toes, take an inhale, and then exhale, we're going to lift the hips up and back into our first downward facing dog of the day. So you want the hands shoulder distance apart, fingers spread nice and wide, and then lift the hips up towards the ceiling. So you're in an upside down V, and then bend the knees as much as you need to, especially this is most likely your first downward dog of the day, so you might feel pretty tight, so bend the knees as much as you need to. And we're more concerned about getting the hips up to the ceiling versus the heels down to the floor. So don't worry if the heels are up. Lift the hips, and then pushing through all 4 corners of the hand. So you're not dumping into the outside of the wrist or into the thumb. It's evenly distributed. And then you can play around with maybe bending one knee and then the other. So just pedaling out the feet, starting to wake up the hamstrings, getting into the calves. And then do 1 more on each leg. Good. And then inhale, looking towards the thumbs, big bend in the knees, send the hips back. And then on your exhale, start to walk the feet up towards the hands. So as many steps as you need to take to get up to the top. And then we're going to fold. So you want your feet hip distance apart here. So about 2 fists between the feet. So both hands should comfortably fit between the toes. And then bend your knees as much as you need to get your belly onto the thighs, and then just hang. So we're going to make this really passive here, so just a ragdoll hang. So just really let the upper back go, maybe grab opposite elbows, and then you can rock forward into the toes, heels lift, or back. So just swaying back and forth. And gaze between the knees. And last breath. And then release the elbows if you have them. On your next inhale, you bring the hands to the shins and then lift the chest forward. So roll the shoulders back, lift, drawing the belly in. Exhale and fold. Good, again, inhale, pressing into the shins, lift, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and down. 2 more, with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And last time. And exhale, fold. And then from here, on your inhale, slight bend in the knees. We're going to come up to standing, so slowly rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way up. And then keep the feet hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers over your head. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, lean up and over to the right. Inhale, lift. And exhale to the left. Side body stretch. Inhale it up. Exhale to the right, and this time to stay. So lean right, hips go left, and then make sure the weight is evenly distributed between the feet, so you're not leaning into the right foot. Both feet are down. And then on your next inhale, reach back up slowly, and then exhale over to your left. Good, same thing. Keep the weight evenly distributed in the feet, and good. Inhale brings you back up to center. Release the hands. And then exhale, bring the palms down towards the floor. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale. And then exhale, starting to bend the knees. So sit the hips back and then down. So it's like you're coming into a chair, so you're leaning back and then sitting low. Take a peek down. You should be able to see your big toes over the knees, so you're not up here, weights in the heels, and lean back, and then lift the chest. And exhale, sit low. Good. And then take a peek at the knees as well. Make sure they're both pointing straight forward. No knock knees. 2 more. Inhale, lifts the chest. Exhale, sit low. 1 more. Good. And then on your inhale, slower than you want, starting to straighten your knees. And then exhale, you lift the heels up. So coming right up onto your tippy toes. Stay here, or on your exhale, starting to bend the knees, coming down. So it's like you're sliding down the wall, shoulders are over the hips, hips are over the ankles. Inhale to pause, exhale to sit low. Good, 2 more. Exhale down maybe another inch. 1 more. Good, and then inhale, slowly straightening the knees. And then exhale, drop the heels, drop the arms, roll the shoulders, let it go. And then heel toe your feet together, so big toes are touching, heels are slightly apart. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, bring the thumbs to the chest and then sit low. So bring the belly right onto the thighs. Inhale, chest to the thumbs. And then exhale, use your core, start to twist to your right. So bring the left elbow to the crease between your legs, or if you can make it all the way to the right thigh, hook the knee on and then press into the hands to lift the chest, and then turning the gaze over the right shoulder. And breathe. And then take a peek down. Make sure the left knee isn't sticking way out over the right knee. Knees are together. So the twist is coming from the spine and up the hips. 1 more. Good, inhale back to center, and then reach all the way up, looking up. Exhale, other side. So bring the thumbs down, bend the knees, belly onto the thighs. Inhale, lift. Exhale and twist to the left this time. So right elbow either becomes between the knees or all the way hooked onto the left thigh, and then push into the hands, twisting open, gaze over the left shoulder or elbow. And breathe. 2 more. And 1. Good. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, this time straighten the legs and fold. Inhale, lifting halfway, so hands to the shins. Exhale and fold. I'm going to do that again. Inhale, hands to the shins, halfway lift. This time as you exhale, bend the knees as much as you need to plant the hands, and then step the left foot back behind you. Make sure the right knee is over the right ankle, and then drop the left knee down to the floor. You can keep the left toes tucked or bring the top of the foot down. And then on your inhale, lift the chest, get heavy in the hips. This might be enough for you here, or if it's available, you can bring your hands to your right thigh and then gently start to lean back. So opening up through the left hip. So as the hip opens, you can start to lean back, but only if that feels okay in the hip and in the lower back. If there's any like crunchiness here or pain in the hip, then just keep your upper body forward. Like I said before, it doesn't have to look like this. And then maybe you inhale, reach the arms up, biceps by the ears. And then interlace the fingers over your head. Inhale, get tall. And then exhale, start to lean the upper body over to the right. But again, only if that feels okay in the left hip. If it's too much, then just stay centered. And breathe. 1 more. Exhale, lean. Inhale brings you back up through center. Exhale, reach the elbows back, lift the chest. And then bring the hands back down to frame the right foot. And then inhale, straighten the leg, point the toes. Exhale, coming back forward. Inhale, back and point. Exhale, forward. This time we're going to come back and stay. So inhale, straighten, point the right toes up. And then pull the right hip back, left hip slightly forward. And then inhale to lift the chest forward. Exhale and round, forehead towards the knee. Inhaling up. Exhale down. 2 more. Saying hello to those hamstrings. Last time up. And then exhale round, and we'll stay here for a few breaths. So get heavy here. You can be super passive. You can even walk the arms forward. And let it go. Two more. And 1. Good. And then bending forward back into the right knee. Curl the left toes under. Lift the knee up and then kind of start to bounce and then hop yourself forward, so back into your forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, bend the knees as much as you need to. This time, right foot steps back behind you, left knee over the left ankle, and then drop the right knee down to the floor. Keep the toes tucked or top of the foot down. And then first, bring the chest forward, hips come low. And then stay here, or maybe bring the hands up onto the front thigh. And breathing here, give the right hip a little time to open up first. And maybe you can start to lean back, but again, no pain in the right hip, no pain in the lower back. Maybe reach the arms up. Yeah, breathing. And then stay here, or if you want to add the side stretch, interlace the fingers over the head. Inhale, get long. And exhale, lean up and over to the left. Good. 2 more. Last one. Inhale brings you back up. Release the hands. And then exhale, reach the elbows back, lift the chest. And then hands come back down to frame the left foot. Inhale, straighten, point the toes. Exhale, forward. Good, moving first. Inhale, straighten. Exhale it forward. And then inhale, straighten. Keep the toes pointed. Plug the left hip back, right hip forward. Push into the hands, lift the chest forward. Exhale to round. Good. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. 1 more. And then exhale, fold, and we'll hold here. So bring the arms forward maybe. Whatever feels good, and then just let the head get really heavy. And breathe. 2 more deep breaths, breathing into the left hamstring. And 1. Alright, and then re-bending into the left foot, knee comes forward. This time we're going to come back. So you're going to curl the right toes, lift the right knee up, and then push into the hands to bring the left foot back to meet the right. So we're in our high plank. First high plank of the day. Inhale. And then exhale, drop the knees down to the floor and bend at the elbows, bring yourself all the way down. And then from here, hands under the shoulders, tops of the feet press into the floor, lift the kneecaps up. Inhale up into your baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, and then press yourself back up over the knees, tuck the toes, And lift the hips up and back into our downward dog. Breathing here. Exhale, push into the hands and lift the hips. Good, 2 more. 1. All right, we're going to start to get things moving a little bit more, create some heat. So inhale, lift the left leg up and back behind you, so leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, draw the knee forward, so knee towards the chin or chest, shin hovers. Inhale, lift, shoot it back up. Exhale it forward. Good, inhale. Exhale, bring the knee forward, hold it here, inhale. And then exhale, step or place the left foot between the hands, setting up for we're gonna do runner's lunge first. So left knee over the left ankle, right leg is as straight as you can get it, and then inhale, lifts the upper body off the thigh, and then exhale, lean forward, reach the arms back behind you, palms face down. So it's like you're trying to get your pinkies as close together behind you as you can, and then shoulders down the back. And breathe. Gaze should be just beyond the left big toe. 1 more breath in. Exhale, plant the hands back down to frame the left foot. Bring the right hand down beside the left. And then inhale, reach the left arm up, so twisting open. Exhale, reach the left arm back behind you. Good. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale back, so it's like a big wave. 1 more. Exhale, reach back. And then inhale, reach the left arm up. Exhale, the hand comes back down to frame the left foot, pushing back into a high plank. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, bring the belly and chest all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift. Exhale, down, push into the hands, lifting up, tuck the toes, hips up and back. And downward facing dog. 3 full breaths here. And out. 2 more. And 1. All right, other side. Inhale, right leg lifts up and back. Exhale, knee to nose. Bring it forward. Inhale, reach, lift. Exhale, forward. Last time to come up. Exhale it forward, hold here, inhale. And then exhale, step or place, however you need to get there, the right foot between the hands. Right knee over the right ankle, left leg is straight up on the toes. And then inhale, lift the upper body up. Exhale, lean forward, reach the arms back behind you. Gazes down. Good, deep breaths. 2 more. Last one in. And then exhale, hands come down, left hand comes beside the right foot. And then inhale, reach the right arm up. Exhale, reach the hand back behind you. Maybe the gaze follows. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale, back. 1 more. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand comes down to frame the right foot. Bring the foot back, high plank. And then this time from the knees or toes. Exhale, bring yourself down to the floor. Tops of the feet come down. Inhale, baby cobra. And then exhale, push yourself up. And up and back, downward dog. Right. 3 recovery breaths here. So taking long, deep breaths. This is our rest. 1 more. All right, inhale, lift the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, shoot it back up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow or armpit. Inhale up. Exhale, bring it across, so left knee to right elbow if you can touch. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, bring it through. Step and replacing the foot between the hands. Same setup as before, so left knee over the ankle, right leg straight. And then this time, inhale the upper body all the way up. So shoulders over the hips and then lunge. So as you bring the hands to the hips, bring the right hip forward, left hip slightly back. And then you can leave the hands there or bring them up the side of the head. Good, 2 breaths here. Last one in. Exhale, you're going to drop the right heel to the floor, so setting up for warrior 2. So right heel comes down, the foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat, and then you exhale, lunge into the left knee. Keep the shoulders over the hips so you're not leaning forward. Keep it back, and then reach the arms out. Roll the shoulders back behind you, and then gaze comes over the left fingers. And exhale, lunge. Good. And then take a peek down. You should be able to see your left big toe. So if you can't, squeeze the left glute to externally rotate the leg from the hip. And hold. On your next inhale, right hand comes down, left reaches back. Exhale, back up. Good. Keep going. Inhale, reach. Don't lose the bend in the left leg. Exhale up. Last time to come back. This time straighten the left leg. So left leg straightens, keep leaning back. And then bring the upper body back up. Bring the hands to the hips. And then kick the hips back. So you're tilting the pelvis forward towards the left leg. And then the upper body will start to follow. Reach with the left arm as far as you can, and then bringing the left hand down to either the ankle, shin, or the floor, or if you have blocks there, or a book. And then start to lean back. So imagine there's a wall behind you, so lean back, you won't fall over, I promise, and then stack the right shoulder over the left, and then reach the top arm up. So both legs are super straight here, there's a lot going on. And then there's actually a little bit of a twist. So you're actually trying to get your chest up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Good, 2 more. Last one. And then you're gonna give yourself a slight bend in the left knee. Push through the left heel to help bring the upper body back up. And then once you're up right away, exhale, lunge into the left knee. Right back into our warrior 2. 2 more. 1. Exhale, lunge. Next, inhale, drop the right arm down, reach the left arm back again. And then exhale, this time windmill both the hands forward to frame the left foot. Bring the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, and then exhale, bring yourself all the way down, or if you want to come into a full flow, you're going to come forward, bend the elbows down halfway. Inhale, rolling on the feet, bringing yourself up into your upward facing dog. If you are an upward dog, it's just the hands and tops of the feet on the floor, no pain in the back. And then exhale, you flip on the feet, piking the hips up and back, and into your downward dog. So, lots of options for our flow. You can do it from the knees, from the toes. You can come into baby cobra or upward facing dog. So just listen to your body, do whatever works for you. And breathe. 2 more breaths here. And 1. All right, other side. So inhale, right leg lifts up and back behind you. Exhale, the knee to the nose. Inhale, shoot it up. Exhale, right knee to either the right armpit or down to the elbow. Lift back up. Exhale, cross the body, right knee to the left elbow. Inhale, shoot it up. And exhale. exhale, coming all the way through. Step or place the foot between the hands. Left leg is nice and straight up on the toes. And then on your next inhale, bringing your upper body up, hands to the hips, and lunge. So bring the right hip back, left hip forward. And then you can keep your hands here or maybe reach them up. And breathe. 2 more. And 1. Inhale here. And then exhale, drop the left heel to the floor. So heel to toe, arch alignment. Bend into the front knee. Shoulders over the hips. And then reach the arms out, roll the shoulders back, squeeze, and lunge. And then same thing on this side, take a peek down. You should be able to see the right big toe over the knee, so open the knee towards the pinky toe, and out. On your next inhale, left hand comes down, right reaches back, exhale it back up. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward. Last time to come back, reach and stay. And then straighten the right leg, keep leaning. And then exhale, the upper body back up. Bring the hands to the hips. Start to kick the hips forward towards the front leg. Reach the right arm forward. And then when you can't reach anymore, bring the hand down to shin, ankle, or the floor. And then start to lean back, stack the left shoulder over the right, and then reach the left arm up. Turn the gaze, maybe look at the left thumb. But same thing, imagine there's a wall behind you, lean back, and then both legs are still really active here. Breathing. One more full breath. And then slight bend in the right knee, push into the right heel to bring you back up. Reach the arms out. Exhale right back into our warrior 2. Deep breath in. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, reaching back. And then exhale, bring windmill both the hands, framing the right foot, push into the hands. Right foot comes back, and then flow however you like. So if you want to do it full, you can follow along. Inhale forward. Exhale, bending the elbows halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, we all meet in our downward facing dog. And 3 full breaths here. So big in. Exhale out of the nose or the mouth, let it go. 2 more. And 1. Alright, so we're going to set up for a pigeon pose. So inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, start to come forward, bringing the left knee to the left wrist. Shin comes down to 45. If you know that pigeon doesn't work for your body or doesn't feel good in your knees or ankles, you can always do figure 4 stretch or any other kind of hip opening that you would like to do. If you're going to do pigeon, shin comes to 45. Make sure that the right leg is behind you, that the ankle is in line with the knee and the hip, so the leg is straight. And then inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale, starting to come forward and then down. So maybe to forearms, that's plenty. If you have your pillow nearby, you can also bring it down in front of you, it's a great option. Or you can always come all the way down to the floor. Wherever you are, you just want to make sure that the head is fully supported, so whether that's with a pillow, your hands, arms, the floor. And then just breathe. Deep breaths into the left hip. And 3 more. Last full breath here. And then slowly starting to walk yourself back up, lifting the chest. We're gonna come back and come through a flow. If you prefer, you can just come into your downward dog if you don't want to. It's up to you. So curl the right toes under, lifting the right knee up, and then push into the hands to bring the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale, high plank, and then exhale, lowering down. Inhale, up. And then exhale and lift the hips up and back into our downward dog. And other side, inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, bringing it forward, right knee to the right wrist. Shin comes to 45. You can walk the left leg back slightly. And then turn over the left shoulder to make sure that the left knee, ankle, and hip are all in one nice straight line. And then inhale, lift the chest. And then starting to come forward and down over exhale. So maybe to the forearms, pillow, or the floor. And breathe. Two more full breaths here. And then walking yourself back up. Same thing here, option to flow or always just an option to come into your downward facing dog. Curl the toes, lift the knee, bring the right foot back to meet the left. Inhale, and then exhale, coming forward and down. Inhale it up. And exhale, coming back into our downward dog. Last downward dog of the day. Maybe pedal at the knees or stay still, it's up to you. Alright, and we're going to bend the knees, bring the knees down onto the floor, and then walk the legs forward so that the knees are hip distance apart, and then coming to stand up on our knees. We're going to come into camel pose if you're familiar with that. If you find that the knees are tender standing on the knees, you can always fold your mat up a few times and then bring the knees on there, so it's just a little bit more padding. And then you can have the toes tucked with the heels up or feet flat on the floor. It's up to you. So we're going to bring the hands to the lower back. So it's almost like you're trying to slide your hands into jean pockets. The hands are just right up on your sacrum, right over the glutes. And then roll the shoulders back together behind you and lift the chest. And then going at your own pace, on your exhale, start to push the hips forward and then lifting out of the chest. So coming to a bit of a back bend, but the back bend comes out of the thoracic spine. So you're actually lifting long out of the lower back and then leaning back. This might be enough for you here, or if it's available, you can reach one hand back to the heel and then the other. But make sure there's no pain or crunchiness in the lower back. If there is, then just bring the hands back and lean back. If you do come all the way back, you can actually just let the head drop behind you if that feels okay. And let it go. Glutes are on, so squeezing. And last one. And then to come out of this, same way you went in. So if your hands are down on the heels, bring one hand and then the other to your sacrum. Bring yourself up slowly. And then exhale and sit the hips over the heels. Bringing the hands to the thighs. And then just tuck the chin slightly, close the eyes. And let that go. hold it up your mat, just bring it back to regular. And then you're going to shift forward, scooch your legs out behind you, and then bring them in front. So extend the legs long, sitting up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, start to come forward. So bend the knees, you might need to bend the knees as much as you need to, that's okay. And then come forward and then catch whatever you can. So maybe that's the feet, ankles, shins, knees, thighs, it doesn't matter. But we want to still just keep the chest long for now. So keep the chest coming forward, lower back is nice and long, and breathe. And last inhale. And then exhale and round the spine. So now you can round, bring the head towards the knees, get really passive here. And 2 breaths. And then release whatever you're grabbing onto, bring yourself back up. And then we're gonna come back to lay on our backs. So just make sure if you wanna use one of your pillows, to have it nearby, so you don't have to get back up. So sitting up nice and tall, reach the arms forward, roll the shoulders back, really scoop up the belly, inhale. And then exhale, we're gonna come back for a count of 10. So articulating the spine, coming slowly down to the floor. Keep the feet down, don't lift them up. For 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, you should be about halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release yourself all the way down to the floor, and then bend the knees. I'm just gonna come forward so you can see better. Bend the knees, bringing the heels behind the glutes, and then bring the legs up into tabletop. Extend the arms out into either capital T arms if you have the space, or you can always do cactus arms. I actually like this to do the cactus arms because then I hold on to the edge of the mat. And then inhale here. Exhale, start to slowly drop the knees over to the right. And then let them come all the way down to the floor. And then as you exhale, bring the left shoulder back down towards the floor for a gentle twist. Maybe turn the gaze to the left. And breathe. 2 more. Good, then inhale, gaze comes back to center. Use your core to pull the knees back up. Inhale here at tabletop. And then exhale, drop the legs over to the left. Bring them all the way down to the floor. And then exhale, turn the gaze over the right. So turn the right shoulder down to the floor, turn the head. Maybe close the eyes. And just letting gravity do all the work here. 2 more breaths. Good, then bring the gaze back to center. Use the core to bring the knees back up into tabletop. And then bring the knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Reach the arms around the thighs. You rock side to side. Massaging out the lower back. And then you can stay here, or if you want to come into a happy baby, you're going to reach the arms between the legs and then catch the outsides of the feet, and then bring the bottoms of the feet up towards the ceiling. And then maybe rock side to side again. And then bring the feet back together. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide behind the pelvis. And then if you want to use your pillow, what you can do is bring the pillow underneath you, however you like. so maybe behind the head or the chest, depending how big it is, or just stay on the floor. And soles of the feet come together, knees wide. Bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your chest, and then placing a tiny bit of pressure down with the hands, so just feeling really grounded here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to breathe into the right hand, so breathing into your lower belly, and then breathe into the left, so into the chest. And then exhale, right hand slowly comes down, and then the left. So breathing to the full breath cavity, so inhale, right hand lifts, and then the left, and then exhale, right hand slowly comes down, and then the left. And then you can continue breathing like this if you like. You can also keep your legs in cobbler's pose, or if you prefer to let the legs go long, extend the legs, take up lots of space. And then you can keep your hands on your belly and chest, or if you prefer, let the arms come out, palms face up. And then close the eyes if they're not already. And just start to let the breath become really passive here. So feel it slowly come in. And out, feel the belly and chest drop. Relax your jaw, relax the skin around your eyes. And come back to what we were grateful for at the beginning of class. And take a moment of gratitude for making it onto your mat and doing something good for your body and your mind. And then when you're ready, it's time to wiggle the fingers and the toes, and roll your head back and forth on your mat. And then you can actually stay here in your Shavasana as long as you like. I'm going to get cut off here in a minute. If you want to get up, you can reach your arms